ear hurts. Hey guys, I am back with another video. This one's a little bit different than my regular vlogs because today I am doing a piercing tour. I have my little sheet based on stuff on each type of piercing. Speaking of piercing, my septum was kind of crooked. I have a little organized thing to tell me which piercing, where it's at, the pain when I got it, the healing process, and then total points that I got. I just got a whole bunch of new piercings. So my ears / eyebrow is insanely painful. I'm just kidding, it's not. I'm putting my glasses up for this. Yes, I did get glasses because I seriously needed them. So yes, I have a whole bunch of different piercings now. I'm doing this in chronological order too, I forgot to mention that, because it just makes the most sense to me. And like half of these, I got these done with Emmy too. First piercing would be my lobe number 1, which is just this guy right here and this guy right here. In all honesty, the pain was 0, healing was 0. I don't really remember when I got these because I got them when I was a baby. No memory on the pain, the healing process. I just remember that my mom wouldn't let me take these out until I was like 6 years old. I had my starting earrings in until I was like 6. And then my mom finally let me change them out, which was weird to me. I don't know why she made me wait so long. I guess I could kind of base it off of my triples and like my doubles and triples. I had those my entire life, but the next piercing I got was this black ring right here. I got that guy when I was like 16, end of junior year in high school. So that pain and healing process was a little bit different because that was used with a piercing gun because I was too young to go to a tattoo shop. But that pain when I got it pierced, I'd say like a 2 out of 10. It really didn't hurt whatsoever. It was just the actual piercing part. And then after that, it was just no pain, done. I remember like the story. I got that when I was like 17, so senior year of high school. That one was actually one of the easiest piercings I've ever gotten. I actually got that at the same time as my triples, which is lobe 3, and then this guy right here is lobe 2. I got those at the same time because I went up to my mom one day and I was like, hey mom, if I pay for it, can you sign for me to get my doubles and triples? And she was like, I don't see why not. So that's what she did. She signed, she gave me a parent's signature so I could get my doubles and triples. And it was just easy from there. It was one of the easiest piercings I ever got. Probably not gonna get an easier piercing. Came close, but probably not gonna get an easier piercing. It was the same kind of like pain and healing pain with lobe 3. Again, that one was with a piercing gun too. So I got that at the same time as my doubles, which is lobe 2. Those were pretty easy piercings, and like, I wasn't really on my piercing journey yet. I am such a piercing addict. I'm not even joking. I just got a piercing today. And after that, it was another like, no less than 6 months later that I got my nose pierced, and that was after I graduated and was out of the house. And that's this guy right here. He started out with a stud, and so I had a stud in for like a year, and then I changed it out for a ring and continued to change it out. And then eventually I got this black ring right here, and it's been in ever since. That hurt like a bitch because that was my first major piercing. Funny story with that. I actually almost passed out from that piercing because I made the mistake to not drink water or eat something before I went to get it pierced. That was my favorite piercing for a long time. And then I decided to move on to other piercings that I wanted. Back then, I didn't really want too many piercings because like I just I wanted to keep it basic, but now I'm on this journey of piercing addiction. Like 6 months later, I got my industrial piercing. My industrial is this bar right here. That was like a big piercing for me. That one's a little bit, surprisingly, that hurt less than my nose did, which is weird. Maybe that's just how my body works. My industrial pain, I'd say that was about a 5 out of 10 on the pain scale, just because they had to pierce it here and here, so like 2 places. I honestly count that as 2 piercings technically, because again, it's 2 places. The healing was kind of annoying though, and it's still kind of annoying. I've had it for like almost 2 years now. Actually, I have had it for 2 years. It was kind of annoying with the healing and sleeping on it. I could not sleep on it. I would have to like very gently lay my head down. And it was kind of annoying. In total, that score is like 10 out of 20. It wasn't that bad. I was warned that it would hurt a lot because like you had to pierce it in 2 places, but it actually didn't hurt that much. My nostril hurt worse, which is really weird for me. But then again, my face is more sensitive than my ears are. And my nostril was actually the first piercing I got with an actual needle. And that's when I learned that you should not get your piercings with a piercing gun, because that can like do a lot of damage to your ears. Like a piercing gun, it like shatters it. But an actual needle, it's like a clean wound, so it heals better. And then I got my industrial done, and that was like my first cartilage, like major cartilage piercing. I've got so many now, it's not even funny. The one after that was my belly button. My belly button. That one hurt like a bitch. I got that almost 2 years ago. And let me tell ya, if you thought I swear a lot now, I swore like a fucking sailor when I got that done. It was so bad. I actually had to squeeze onto my friend's hand because like it was so painful for me. Onto the pain scale, that one was a 7 out of 10. Because even though it was really painful, it's probably not the worst piercing I'm ever gonna have. Like the worst pain of a piercing I'm ever gonna have. The healing was annoying though. I give that an 8 out of 10. Solely just because I couldn't wear leggings or high-rise jeans for like a solid month without it hurting. So I had to like wear joggers for that entire month. It also bled at random times, which was weird. And I get that's part of the healing process, but it bled at random times. It was super annoying. It's healed now, obviously, because like this is not the original jewelry that I had in. The original jewelry looked like a diamond. This one's purple. I actually just got it changed out today for like the first time. Yeah, when I went to go get my piercing today, I saw the belly button ring and I was like, I have yet to change out my belly button piercing. And she's like, really? Do you want me to change it out for you? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. So like in total, that's like a 15 out of 20. That's actually my highest score out of all my piercings. That was... No piercing I ever get is gonna be more painful than that one. Honestly, it's actually what persuades me to keep getting piercings, because like out of all my piercings I've ever gotten, that one was the most painful for me. That's probably gonna change if I decide to get snake bite piercings, which is like the 2 right here. The one I got after that was my septum. So this guy right here. Originally, he started out as like a bull's ring. That one was actually one of the easiest piercings I've gotten. See, my entire life I was told that it was like super painful because it was like cartilage there, but it turns out it's not, because when I went to go get this piercing, I found out that there's flabby skin in your nose that they pierce through for your septum. And so when they actually did it, I closed my eyes, and then next thing I know, she's saying that I'm done, and I'm like, that was it? That was all I had to do? Yeah, it's like one of the easiest piercings I've ever gotten, and probably will be for the rest of my life. On the pain scale, it was like a 4 out of 10, just simply because the needle. And then the healing was super easy. It was like a 2 out of 10. I only say 2 out of 10 because like, it smelled really weird when it was healing. And it itched my lips at random times. And it still itches my lip at random times, but it's cute as hell and I love it and I would not change a thing. Next next, I have my DAITH, which is this. Nope, not that guy. It's the ring inside my ear. It's the, if I can grab it, it's this. If you can see it, it's this guy right here, the ring. That one hurt like a bitch too, but it was not as bad as my belly button was. It hurt like a bitch solely because like that's the thickest part of your ear. That's the thickest cartilage on your ear. And the healing was kind of annoying too because after I got it pierced, not long after that, I developed a keloid around it, which I'm gonna start getting treated soon. But it was super annoying and it's still annoying and I'm kind of self-conscious about it. But you know, like, unless you like look at it from a side view, you can't really see it and it's like hidden like more inside my ear. I think it's a really cool piercing and I'm honestly surprised that I was brave enough to actually get it. I saw Emmy had one and I was like, I kind of want that piercing next. The DAITH I think was actually the turning point in my piercing addiction now that I think about it, because after that me and Emmy went and got random piercings like every month. I got my DAITH like 2 months ago and I increased my count from 12 piercings to 18 piercings in 2 months. I did not think about that till now. That's kind of shocking to me. But yeah, on the pain scale, that was a 6 out of 10. Again, the healing was annoying, so it was a 5 out of 10. At one point, it got swollen, and so it swelled up my entire ear and made it like stick out like this, because this entire part right here was swollen because of my DAITH. After like cleaning it intensely like 4 times a day, the swelling went down and it healed. It's still healing, but I think I am able to change it out soon now that I think about it, but I don't know where my sheet is. I kind of slowly collected sheets over time, honestly, but I don't know where all of them went. Next piercing is my other nose piercing, which is the stud right here. I got him at the same time as my DAITH. Not surprisingly, I almost passed out on that one too. And I think it's just because of the association with the first nose piercing. There's actually a funny story about that that's kind of freaky. So Emmy was with me, obviously, when we went to go get that piercing. The lady had done my DAITH first and then she did my nose, but right after she did my nose, I started feeling like I was gonna pass out. I like stayed seated this time, but I closed my eyes and I was like trying to relax and meditate. And then Emmy's like, oh my God, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, why? She's like, you're turning blue. And I'm like, nuh-uh, I am not turning blue. And she's like, yes, you are. You're so pale to a point where you're turning blue. And literally, even the piercer freaked out because she thought I was literally having a heart attack or a stroke. So she was like, you actually are turning blue. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But apparently I'm so pale to a point where when I'm about to pass out, like there's no color that can leave my face because I don't have any color. Literally, I just turn blue and look like I'm dead. That's kind of freaky on how pale I am, but it's kind of funny at the same time. Pain on that one, it was a little bit better than the first nostril piercing. I'd say it was like a 5 out of 10. Healing was really easy. It was actually easier than, again, my first nostril piercing. That one was like a 1 out of 10 because like I didn't have to do much and I was able to change it out after like 2 weeks. And so I changed it out for my stud because I thought that might be a good look instead of a ring. So in total, like 6 out of 20, which is actually pretty good. But yeah, that hurt a lot less. It still hurt nonetheless, but it hurt less than my first nostril one did. And it healed faster, which is kind of good. My next piercing that I got, which was like a month ago, was this guy right here. Now this is the first cartilage piercing that I have that, like the first like HELIX, that was an actual needle instead of a piercing gun. Because this black one right here, that was HELIX number 1. That one was done with a piercing gun because I got it done when I was like 16. I wanted to get another hoop below that one because I thought it might look good. And it turns out it does. But I can't wait to be able to change it out because I want to change it out for a black ring so badly. So as it turns out that piercing was healed, so I changed it out right after this video. And I'm gonna like buy a whole bunch of different black jewelry for the rest of my piercings because like I gotta stick to the black jewelry. That one hurt a little bit more than my first one did just because the first one was so quick because it was a piercing gun. This pain was like a 3 out of 10 just because it was a needle. And then the healing is 2 out of 10. I've barely had to do anything with it. It crusts over a little bit, but I've barely had to do anything with it. So it's like total 5 out of 20. The next piercing that I got is my conch number 1. And I actually got this one at the same time as this one. Yeah, I tend to get like 2 piercings done at once. That guy hurt. Not gonna lie, he hurt. I decided to do a ring instead because like I saw a picture of it and I was like, okay, I want to do that. I kind of wish I'd done a stud just because the healing process would have been easier. He's still not healed. A conch is when it like goes through the back of your ear. So like it starts here and then goes through the back of my ear and goes back around. He hurt, not gonna lie, he hurt. And I think it's just because I decided to do a ring instead. The piercer recommended that I do a stud starting out because the healing process would be better, but I had my heart set on a ring, so I did that. I kind of wish I'd done a stud. I'm not gonna lie, he crusts the most out of all my piercings, which is kind of gross, but if I clean him enough, then that crust won't stick, because that's your body's way of healing a piercing, is the crusting. The pain on that one, I would say, was like a 5 out of 10. Like I said, healing was annoying because he was a ring. And not gonna lie, I had to buy a donut pillow at this point because this guy right here was so uncomfortable to sleep on. It was more comfortable than a stud to sleep on, but still uncomfortable nonetheless. So I had to buy like a neck pillow, and I still sleep on that to this day just because I keep getting more piercings. And my body has adjusted to sleeping on that kind of pillow, so like I sleep just fine with it. My ear goes through the middle of the pillow, so my piercings aren't touching anything, and that's actually helped with the healing process on the rest of my piercings because with me not laying on them, they're not irritated, so they heal better. I learned that from, another piercer had recommended me doing that, but I decided not to listen at the time. But after I got this conch ring, I decided that, okay, no, he's too uncomfortable to sleep on. So I went out and bought a neck pillow, and I still sleep on that to this day because it's so much easier. After these piercings are healed, I probably can sleep on them again, but for now, I'm just gonna sleep on a donut pillow just because it's easier for me. The next guy I got, and surprisingly I just got one this time, I got this guy right here, which is a rook. He was actually pretty easy. Me and Emmy actually went to a new tattoo shop. I got my rook and she got her septum. And this tattoo shop was super chill. Loved it. It looks sketchy on the outside, but like once you actually get inside, everyone's so chill, and like, turns out they make their own custom jewelry. Like they have a basement and they make the jewelry based on what you want. You tell them what you want and then like kind of the idea of what you want for that jewelry. They go down in the basement and they make that jewelry right on the spot, and then they bring it back up and pierce you with it, which is really cool in my opinion. These people are chill. Loved it. I will definitely be going back to that place too. He's small, but he definitely adds a little detail to the ear that I need because I'm all about detail. I gotta have some sort of detail to my ears. His pain, again, is a cartilage. His was like 4 out of 10. There's actually a funny story with not my rook, but Emmy's. So it turns out Emmy can never get a rook piercing because she does not have the anatomy for it. Do you see how like mine sits like, but is like pierced through a shelf and it kind of sticks straight out? On Emmy's ear, instead of sticking straight out, hers goes downward. So if she ever got a rook, it would either migrate out or just be rejected completely. So she can never get a rook piercing. We found that out because I took her to get her one for her birthday. Her birthday is on Monday. I took her to get her one as my birthday present from to her, and the dude couldn't pierce it because she didn't have the anatomy for it. So she just got a conch instead. But that was the most interesting thing that I've ever heard though, and it was so unique. And I was like, I've never heard that before. That's kind of cool. I honestly didn't know that you had to have certain anatomy for different piercings, so I'm really glad that I have the right anatomy for piercings. Then the healing is 3 out of 10 because I haven't had to do anything with him, honestly. Just clean him. He just sits there. Doesn't cause any problems or anything. He just sits there. So in total, it's like 7 out of 20, and I love it. It's really cute. I absolutely love it. The next piercing I got, which you might have noticed because it's on my face and I just got it done a couple days ago, is my eyebrow. And controversy to what people might think, it actually did not hurt. It was like right above the pain scale of my septum. My rat is running on her wheel. My eyebrow on the pain scale is sitting right above my septum's pain, which isn't any at all. I was so freaking nervous. And surprisingly, it didn't hurt at all. We got my eyebrow pierced and then we got Emmy's conch after that. On the pain scale, it's like a 5 out of 10. And then healing, so far, it hasn't been that long, but so far, I haven't had to do much with it. Just clean it twice a day and keep like, notice how I have a slit in my eyebrow. I can't put eyebrow product on it right now. I kind of like the slit, it's kind of cool. Yeah, my eyebrow piercing is healing really well actually. There hasn't been any swelling. Like notice how the bar is like really big? It's because she wanted to account for swelling. And there hasn't been any because I've been taking really good care of it and my body is used to getting so many piercings that it just knows to heal itself. But yeah, 5 out of 10 on the pain scale, 2 out of 10 for healing. So 7 out of 20 in total. Literally, when I went to go get my eyebrow piercing, I was super nervous. I was like shaking this much because I knew it was gonna hurt like a bitch. But then I closed my eyes and the girl pierced my eyebrow and she's like, okay, you're done. And I'm like, that was it? That was what I was so anxious about? I was so anxious for nothing? I didn't even feel that. I was honestly kind of pissed that I was so anxious over it for nothing. So when I went to actually do it and it didn't hurt, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That was what I had to be anxious about? Nothing? So I was pissed. I was kind of salty about it, and I'm still kind of salty about it, but you know, it's there and it looks good and I really love it. This one I just got today. So I don't know the healing process of this one yet, but it's probably gonna be around the same as my first conch. But it's this guy right here, my little purple opal. It's another conch, so it goes straight through my ear. But I decided to do a stud for this one just because I feel like doing 2 rings in a conch would look weird. So this ear is kind of gonna be the target of my piercings for a bit just because I've got quite a few big ones on this side and I need more stuff on this side. This one was literally a last minute decision and Emmy didn't come with me on this one because literally Adam took me to go get it right as he got home. Actually, we just got back from doing that piercing like an hour ago, but it was really fun. I really liked it. And this one actually hurt less than my first conch did, probably because it's a stud instead of a ring. On the pain scale, it was like 4 out of 10, so not that bad. And then healing, I can't really say for healing yet because I just got it today. I just got it like an hour and a half ago, so can't really talk about healing yet. But I might do another piercing tour when I hit like 25 piercings, which I'm not gonna be surprised if it's in like a couple months. Yeah, I just got that one today, so I can't really talk much about it, but it's not sore or anything right now unless I touch it. Same with my eyebrow. It's not sore unless I touched. Oh my gosh. Yesterday I was in school. Yesterday when I got home from school, I took off my makeup. I went to itch my eyebrow. I forgot this piercing existed, and so I was like, ha, I knew I was gonna do this. Literally, like, right as I got it, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna itch my eyebrow and forget this piercing exists. And that's exactly what I did yesterday. I was like, I knew I was gonna do this. That's really all the piercings I have. I wanna talk about the piercings that I want next. Originally, I was going to get a snug along with my conch tonight, but the lady was like, I can do one of your piercings since I just did your eyebrow the other day, but the only reason she did one of those piercings that I wanted was because my eyebrow piercing doesn't even look like it's new. It hasn't swelled. I've been cleaning it like she said, so. But yeah, my total piercing count is 18 right now, and I want to hit 20 so badly. So next time I get piercings, I'm definitely getting 2, because I want to hit that. Some other piercings I want a snug, which is like one that goes right here in this little flab part right here. I want a tragus, which goes like right here in this little part right here. And I want an anti-tragus, which goes like right here, right above these guys right here. And then I also want a flat, which like goes in the middle of your ear right here. It can look like a regular cartilage, but it's actually not. It goes like right in the middle of your ear. But I'm gonna be getting a snug on this side just because or a snug on this side just because it'll look good with my rook. Then I think I'm gonna get tragus and anti-tragus on this side along with my flat. I don't know what I'm gonna do on this ear yet other than my snug. That is all my piercings. I will probably be doing another one at one point just to update y'all on my piercings. That is it for this video. I hope I kind of educated y'all about types of piercings in case you might want to think about getting some. Overall, my body's pretty used to piercings, and I personally love getting piercings because they're like a major confidence boost. That is it for this video. I hope y'all learned something. I will see you guys in the next video.